Very good one, sir.
Yeah. So yesterday we have seen the material master, it was complete. So today we are going to look into the vendor master. Okay. So vendor master is basically in the ECC, the supplier is called as a vendor master. Okay. So in the S4 HANA, the vendor master is called as a business partner. Okay. So there is a new concept. So new concept means it is already there, but it is migrated to business partners. So what is the concept of business partners? So basically in the ECC version, we are having, let's say, we are having the supplier, we are having the customer, and we are having the employees. So these all are having different units. Okay, different, let's say, entity they are having, and they are saved in different um, formats. Okay, but what is the issue? Let's say sometime what is happening, so let's say sometimes the same supplier can act as a customer also. Okay, so from which supplier you are receiving the material, you are also supplying the goods to them. Okay, so supplier and customer, they can have the same like same supplier can have maybe the vendor and supplier roles also. Okay, now for this thing, what is happening? For this thing, what is happening? So let's say the data capture will be higher. Okay, so same thing I will be creating as um a vendor also, and again I have to create it as a customer also. So it will be having more data I need to store. So mostly same thing, let's say the vendor or supplier company name. Okay, company name, their address, their details. So most of the things will be, some things will be same for both of the, let's say, customer and vendor, but I have to store it again and again. So for this reason, what has happened? So in the S4 HANA, SAP has introduced a business partner function. Okay, so business partner, it can be a supplier, it can be a customer, but we will create it once. Okay, not multiple types we will be creating. So there will be business partner roles will be there. Okay, so roles means you can create a role as a vendor, you can create a role as a customer, you can create a role as, let's say, uh, general data you can create. Okay, so we will be looking into that, what are the roles. So basically this is the difference in S4 HANA and ECC. Okay, so basically if you are practicing in ECC, you have to create a vendor master to proceed for the purchasing. But if you are working in the, if you are practicing in the S4 HANA system, you have to create it as a business partner. So what are the advantage of business partner? Why we are having a business partner in S4 HANA, or how it will be beneficial? Okay, so first thing is, business partner, we can create it as a person, or we can create it as an organization, or we can create it as a group. Okay, this is the first thing. So before, we can only create the, let's say, uh, we can only create the vendor master or vendor or supplier as a company only. Okay, as a company only, we are only creating the business, we are only creating the vendor as a company only. Okay, in the ECC you can only create as a company, but here in S4 HANA we can create it as a person, or we can create it as an organization, or we can create it as a group. Okay, so we can differentiate the business partner based on their roles. Okay, so if you go here, so just 1 minute. Huh? So here you can see this is the business partner, okay, BP1710, and here you can see this is the role, okay. So first one is business partner general. So you can create a vendor as a general business partner, okay. So this will be containing, here you can see the address overview, identification, any control, any payment transaction. So these kind of things will be stored in the BP general role, okay. Then you can see here we are having, here we are having this FLCU01 as a customer, okay, FI customer, and this is the customer. And again you can see there is a role called FLVN00, FLVN01. Okay, these are the standard roles. So FLVN00 is supplier financial accounting. This is for supplier, FLVN01. So if you go to this FLVN01, you can see this is as a our vendor. So here you can go to the vendor general data. Here you can find the vendor related information. This is the vendor number and this is the business partner number. So it can be same number, can be business partner and vendor number. There be number can be changed also. So here in the here you can see this is the vendor number, this is the business partner. So vendor number can be same as the business partner number or it may be different. So we will be looking into that in a bit. Okay, so basically here you can create the same business partner. You can first create it as a general. Okay, you can create it as a general. So in the general you can maintain the address and everything. So now if you want to extend this business partner as a, let's say, customer, you can create it as a, you can extend the role to this FLCU01. It will be maintained as a customer. So customer is sales side. We don't have to extend or we don't have to check. Just for your information I'm saying this to you. So now if you want to create it as a business partner, let's say supplier master, you can create that, you can extend to the role as a FLVN01. Okay, just a second. So you can extend the only the BP role you can extend. Okay. So what is the advantages of this one? So let's say we are not creating the same data again and again, right? So we are having the address data, address overview, everything we are having already, we are having created. Then if you want to create a BP role, you can just extend to a BP role. Okay. Now if you want to create it like this one, so here, if I go here, to the SAP-VN01, you can see the address view. These things will be copied from the general data. Okay. Now you want to maintain for the, let's say, a vendor general information you want to maintain. Let's say you want to maintain a customer, you want to maintain let's say any of the other things, you can maintain it over here. Let's say purchasing data you want to maintain, you can maintain the purchasing data over here. So this will be related to purchasing side. This will be maintained as a supplier. Okay. So same data is not getting created again and again. So there will be, so time will be also saved and also the data will be captured once for all. Okay. So let's say the same business partner number, address data will not be stored multiple times. It will be stored in a single table. Okay. So in the table level also, it will be like in the table level also, it can be stored in a single table where the data will be there. And also, let's say the workload will be reduced, right? So next thing is, okay,
So,
yes,
so for one business partner, role will be different or will be the
yes,
same?
yes, role can be different. So this is a business partner. So for this business partner, I can have it as a customer also. I can have it as a business a vendor also. So just give me 1 second. I will show you this so that it will be. So now here you can see this is the business partner. Okay, this is a 4000 series business partner is there. Okay, now here you can see it is created as a, here you can see there are multiple roles are there. Okay, so you can have it as a business partner, you can have it as a let's say these are the means someone has maintained, but standard is here you can see, here you can see this is the customer. Okay, this is the role as a customer, this is the role as a supplier. So right now if I am creating a business partner, so starting will be you have to create it as a business partner general, the role will be 000 000. Okay, this will be the business partner general. So in general first you have to create the general data. After the general data is created, let's say I want to use the same business partner as a customer, or same business partner as a vendor I want to create. What I have to do? I have to go to this FLBN01. Okay, this FLBN01, if I go here, so you can see this is the business partner. And if you go to the vendor general data, here you can see this is the vendor number. Okay, so here you can see this is the vendor number, this is the vendor account group, and here you can see, okay, so this is the first time, right? So that's why it is little bit confusing. So basically vendor is having, let's say this account group, vendor will be having this account group, and vendor will be having some other data, let's say some purchasing data, it will be having some order currency, some let's say payment terms, some input terms, and let's say this ABC indicator, shipping conditions, and here we'll be having this service based invoice verification, subsequent settlement, B volume, average, okay, and revaluation, and this is RMA required, this is for price determination, this is SS index active. So these are some of the indicators are there for the purchasing side. Okay, so if you go to, okay, okay, don't confuse right now. Okay, so if I want to maintain this as a vendor, so I have to maintain, means vendor means it will be a supplier. I'll be needing them for the purchasing side, right? Right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I'll be needing them for the purchasing side. So I will be maintaining the purchasing data over here. So here you can just click on the purchasing organization. Here you can find the purchasing organization, or if there is no purchasing organization, you can enter a purchasing organization over here. Okay, so just enter a purchasing organization. If it is not there, you can create, let's say PT10 we will be adding. See, okay, so now you can see this is the PT10 purchasing organization. For this purchase organization, I can have the data. Okay, so basically for the purchasing side, we have to enter the purchasing organization. For the customer side, we have to maintain it for the company code side. Okay, so basically the finance side will be stored in the company code label, and for the purchasing side it will be stored in the purchasing organization label. Okay, so basically here you can create the business partner for different role. For you can create it for a supplier, you can create it for a customer also. Okay, because in the business sometimes the supplier also act as a customer, so that's why it will be very beneficial if we are having a single business partner for the same customer, same partner used as a customer or a vendor. If i if i am using this business partner as a supplier, so I can create it as a supplier also. If I need to use this business partner as a customer, I will also use this as a customer. I will just go to this, sorry, I will just go to this FLCU01 and I can check it here. If you go to customer general data, here you can see these are the customer number and everything you can see. Okay, here you can see this is the sales and distribution data. You can go here. So here you can define the sales area, distribution channel, division. So these are related to sales area. Don't worry about it. Right now you will be unable to understand while we are going to the STO scenario or some of the ST integration part. At that point of time we will be looking into it. Okay, so you can just go to the sales area. Here you can define some of the sales area. Okay, based on that sales area you will be assigning the like uh, the data for the sales side. Okay, so same thing here. So here we are having two more roles. One is this is for supplier. This will be maintained by us, and there is one more role FLBN 00. Okay, this is for supplier side. So here you can see this you have to maintain it for the finance side. Okay, this is for the finance side. So here you can see there is a company code data is there. Okay, so you can go to the company code data. Here you can maintain the company code, whatever company codes are there. So you can just, let's say ITCP, can just select this one and select this one, click on adopt. Okay, now you can maintain it for the company code ITCP. You can maintain the different kinds of things for the let's say for the finance side. Okay, so here you can see these are the roles are there. Okay, so you have to maintain it for the supplier means purchasing side, this will be for the finance side, and this will be for the customer side. Okay, able to understand, able to get my point? Able to get my point? Anyone having any doubts? Little bit confusing, I believe, right? So this is a new concept and it is a kind of integration right now. Okay, because in ECC version we are only having the vendor where we are defining a vendor and we are maintaining the data for the finance side, and for the purchasing side we are just maintaining it. But right now there is a integration, so same thing can be a supplier, same thing can be a vendor, and there is a integration called customer vendor integration, CVI concept, you might have heard or you are going to hear while you are going to work in a real environment. There you will be hearing this term CVI integration, customer vendor integration. So this is the integral part of customer and vendor which is introduced in the business partner. Okay, going forward you will be able to understand the concept. Okay, so just try to understand the basics. Okay, so before in the ECC version we are having the vendor as a different unit, customer as a different unit, but same company can be work as a customer also or as a vendor also. So to eliminate this let's say data multiplication, or we can say to save the creation time, right now we are using it as a business partner. So the same business partner, I can have it as a customer, I can have it as a supplier. If I am having it as a customer, I just have to extend it to the customer role. If I am having it as a vendor, I will be extending it to the vendor role. Okay, this is the simple concept. Able to understand? what are the data and different things, we will be looking into it while we are creating it, we will be looking into it. So this is the basic concept. Able to understand?
I have one doubt.
Yes.
Yes.
So in ECC 6.0, we use the XK01 T code for creation of the vendor master data,
Yes, those T
right?
codes are, those T codes are not there in the S4 HANA
For
current,
HANA.
yeah, current version it is not there. The MK01, FK01, XK01 or that series of numbers, series of T codes, okay? MK01, 02, 03, FK01, 02, 03. So if you are going to enter that one, let me show you that. If you are going to enter MK01, enter. Now it is saying redirecting to transaction BP as the transaction MK01 is obsolete. Okay, so this transaction is not there in the S4 HANA. So if you are using any of the transaction, it will be obsolete. Same thing for if you are going for FK01, it will say redirecting to transaction BP, transaction FK01 is obsolete. So you are only having a transaction BP for creating all the vendor master and the supplier master. Sorry, and the
That
customer
means
master.
that all are merged in BP only.
Yes. So if I said
Okay, fine,
go
sir.
to VD01, same for the customer also. Okay. Redirecting to transaction BP as the transaction VD01 is obsolete. So now there is no means a lot of T code was there, BD01, MK01, FK01, a lot of T code was there. So right now there is one T code, that is BP. Okay, in the BP itself you can maintain all the data.
In BP only, we can maintain the roles of the vendor also.
Yes, right.
Yeah, fine, sir. Thank you.
Okay, so now how you can configure the business partner. Okay, now if you are, let's say, working in the ECC version. Okay, so it is not significant or not definite that you are going to work in a ECC system or work in a S4HANA system. So as per your client, whichever client, let's say in the real time, I'm saying, okay, in the real time also and in the practice also. So if you are practicing in the ECC version, you have to maintain a, let's say, vendor only. Okay, if you are going to create it in the S4 HANA system or if you are working in a S4 HANA system, then there will be two things will be there. One is a vendor side will be there, one is the business partner side will be there. How you are going to configure it? So first thing, there will be account group will be there, vendor account group. Okay, like we are having the material type as a control function in the material master. Similarly, we will be having vendor account group as a control function of this vendor master or in the business partner, like supplier business partner. Okay, so we have to define a account group. So that account group will define this, like what kind of vendor is this and what will be the number ranges, and let's say what will be the field selection and everything. So it will be defined by the vendor account group. So today we will be not starting the configuration, tomorrow we will be starting the configuration, and tomorrow and day after tomorrow we will be having the classes. Okay, because we don't have the class for 3 days this week, so we will be continuing on the Saturday and Sunday. Okay, that's fine for everyone. Same time.
Yes, sir, no issue.
Yeah. So basically, you have to define a account group for the vendor. Okay. So in that vendor account group, you have to maintain like type of vendor you can maintain, number range you can maintain, and you can maintain the field selection, whatever field selections will be there. Okay. Then step two will be you have to define the number range. So that number range you have to assign it in the vendor account group. Okay. Then next step will be you will be creating a BP number ranges also. So here you can see. So here, here you can see this is a business partner number range and this is a vendor number range. Okay, here you can see 101 is the vendor, 4000 series is the business partner number. Okay, here you can see 311 is the vendor, and this is the business partner. Okay, so you can have a different number range for the vendor, you can have a different number range for the business partner, or you can have the same number range for the business partner and for the vendor also. But you have to create a two times, you have to create the number range, one for the vendor master, one for the vendor account group, one for the business partner. So here also you can see, here also you can see it is the same vendor number, same business partner number. So you have to create a number range. So then you have to assign this number range to the business partner. Okay, then you have to configure, if you want to have this like this number range we have discussed. So if you want to have the same number range as the vendor and business partner as the same number range, or if you want to create is at the different number range, if there will be a different number range, so how it will be, let's say creating. Okay, sorry, if you are using the same number range, how you want to create it. Let's say first you want to create the business partner, and same number you want to um, same number you have to give it to the vendor, or you have to give the vendor number as the business partner number. Okay, so a little bit confusing right now. While we are going to the configuration, then it will be clear to you. So there will be direction. Okay, so number range, how it will be maintained. Direction means from the vendor to business partner, or from the business partner to the vendor, how the number will be copied. If you are using a same number range, how the numbers will be copied from the vendor, means first the vendor will be created, then this number will be created to this number will be copied to the business partner, or first we are creating a business partner and this number will be copied to the vendor. So these are the basic customization or basic settings are there to create a vendor master, or before creating a vendor master, or before creating a business partner or supplier master as a business partner. These things we have to maintain. Okay, so that's it for today. We will be starting with the configuration tomorrow. Okay, anyone having any question, you can ask. Anyone, any questions, any doubts?
No,
Okay, then we are good to close today's session. We will be connecting again on tomorrow morning. Okay, bye everyone.
Fine, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, bye. Thank you.
Bye, sir.